When someone wants to grow closer or deepen their relationship, they rarely state it outright. Instead, they express it through subtle cues, often in the form of everyday phrases that carry more meaning than what's on the surface. These moments can easily go unnoticed if you're not paying attention, especially since they're rarely delivered with dramatic flair. They come softly in conversation, signaling that someone is beginning to feel more connected, more trusting, and more open. Understanding these expressions can help you better navigate relationships and recognize when someone values your presence in their life. Here are 8 things people often say when they're interested in forming a deeper, more meaningful bond. Phrases that reveal a desire for genuine connection and mutual understanding. You're different from other people. When someone says this, they're not just offering a generic compliment. They're pointing out that you stand out to them in a unique and memorable way. It shows that they've taken notice of your character, your actions, or your perspective, and found something refreshing or admirable about it. There's often a tone of pleasant surprise when they say it, as though they've just discovered something they didn't expect. This phrase suggests a sense of appreciation, and that appreciation can be the beginning of a more thoughtful and lasting connection. I feel like I can be myself around you. Few things mean more in a relationship than authenticity. When someone says they feel comfortable being themselves with you, it's a sign of emotional safety. It means they don't feel the need to wear a mask or guard their words. They're at ease, knowing they won't be judged or misunderstood. This kind of openness fosters deeper communication and paves the way for trust to grow naturally. It's one of the strongest indicators that someone values the relationship and sees it as a space where they can be honest and real. We should hang out somewhere quieter. Suggesting a more relaxed or private setting isn't necessarily about solitude. It's often about wanting a meaningful, distraction-free conversation. When someone invites you to spend time in a calm environment, it's because they want to focus on the moment and enjoy your company without the noise and busyness that usually comes with public spaces. This request usually signals that they're interested in a more thoughtful kind of interaction, one where you can really talk, listen, and connect without external interruptions. I trust you. This may seem like a simple statement, but it carries enormous weight. Trust isn't given lightly, and when someone expresses it explicitly, it's usually the result of consistent behavior over time. It shows they feel secure and respected in your presence. Trust is the cornerstone of any strong relationship, whether it's a friendship, family bond, or partnership. When someone says they trust you, they're also saying they believe in your intentions and your ability to handle their thoughts, feelings, or experiences with care and understanding. You smell really nice. While this might seem like a throwaway compliment, it often goes deeper than that. It's a sensory way of expressing that your presence is enjoyable and calming. Pleasant scents are tied closely to memory and mood, and when someone notices and mentions that you smell nice, it's often a subconscious way of saying they feel good when they're near you. These seemingly small compliments contribute to a broader feeling of comfort and positivity, both of which are important in developing closer connections. I've never told anyone this before. Opening up with a personal story or experience that hasn't been shared with others is one of the clearest signs that someone is inviting you into their inner world. It means they feel safe enough to be vulnerable with you, and that they trust you to handle their story with kindness and empathy. When someone shares something private, they're not just passing along information, they're extending a hand and saying, "This matters to me, and I trust you enough to carry it with me." It's a significant step toward emotional closeness. What would you do if this happened? Hypothetical questions like this aren't always about the subject at hand. Sometimes they're a gentle way of exploring your values, seeing how you think, and understanding how you'd respond in certain situations. It's not always about getting a right answer. Often, it's about getting a better sense of who you are. These types of questions allow for safe conversation about deeper topics, and they show that someone is interested in your perspective and the way you approach life. I feel a connection with you I can't explain. When someone shares this, they're acknowledging that there's something about your interactions that feels deeper than the usual. They might not have the words to fully describe it, but they sense that the relationship holds something valuable. It could be shared values, similar ways of thinking, or simply a feeling of ease in each other's company. Whatever it is, they've noticed it, and they're trying to put that feeling into words. Recognizing this kind of bond can be the beginning of a meaningful and lasting relationship based on mutual respect and emotional understanding. Each of these phrases points to a growing sense of trust, comfort, and interest, signals that someone sees you as more than just an acquaintance. They're small, quiet ways of saying, "I like talking with you," "I enjoy being around you," or "you matter to me." Recognizing these expressions and responding with the same level of care can create a deeper, more authentic relationship. So next time you hear one of these, pause and consider what's being said beneath the surface. It might just be the start of something truly meaningful.